Hey, Earthgod here, and it's time to talk about the world of magic in Witch Hat Atelier. And this episode kind of gives Coco a rude awakening to how this world was and how she imagined it, the image she had in her head, kind of get a big dose of reality with everything that's going on. You also have the cool side. I really like the first half of the episode. Really made me think of Diagon Alley from Harry Potter, her going after the pen or the wand here, but also this dark academia vibes, and a bit reminded me of the witch's house and vibes and designs from Berserk. If you guys read the Berserk manga, you know when Guts reaches that arc there. Really reminds me a bit of that side here. I'm not gonna go into spoilers with Berserk, don't worry. But this episode also really makes me hate Agot more and more. I'm really curious where they're gonna go with her, because they're really building up the fact that she's kind of an asshole, or not even kind of like a giant asshole here. She technically does have a point in a way, but the way she presents it herself and the way she lashes out at people, doesn't matter how right you are if this is how you treat people. I'm really curious with her character. I'm very interested into it. I'm curious where they're gonna go with her here, but we're gonna get more into that. So let's get into the episode and talk about it now. Start a bit with lessons from Kifrey to Coco and the others, talking a bit about the main four types of magic, the elemental ones, water, earth, air, and fire being called the primary tetrad. And here I like how Coco was learning, she kind of catches fire that he has to put her out with water here. And also what I liked was how much Coco was working, how hard was working. We see it on her hands. She even wants to fix the shoes she broke doing the trial there to return them to Agot, kind of showing how she doesn't really view Agot as an asshole. Here she cherishes that, she wants to be closer with her. She even says that in this episode here. But also I'm really curious, before we get further into the episode, are we just not gonna address the fact of what Agot did last episode, putting her in so much danger with the trial and everything? Maybe it's gonna be addressed later on or something, but even more after this episode. I really want, what is Kifrey gonna do when he finds out Agot pushed Coco into that situation? He's just gonna be, yeah, you have to deal with it, this is how witches are, or things like that. So is that never going to be addressed here? Or maybe it's building up to that when we have the full breakdown and explosion sort of the build up with Agot that they're having here. Just something to keep in mind there. But what I liked also, Kifrey realizing that Coco might not have the correct or the right pen for her to draw, because the lines and everything wasn't really working out for Coco, and he suggests they go to this magic stationeer to get supplies and everything, basically a magic shop or store, to get her a proper one. This is where I got the feelings for Harry Potter here. And man, I do have to say, the city, the backgrounds, the alleys, everything looks so damn good. And you can see Coco's just like a small kid in a toy store here, being super excited with everything. And of course, Agot still has to be an asshole instantly. When they were all there, she's like, I'm gonna go do my own thing. I don't care about Coco to spend time here. I'm like, oh, Agot. I really hope it's gonna be worth it, how much they're driving home, how much they're making me dislike Agot here. And this is where Coco even said she wants to be closer with her there. But slowly throughout the episode, Coco keeps seeing glimpses of the shady guy that sold her the magic tools, slowly building up to something. We're gonna get to that. But first, they reach the store, Starry Sword store, and man, the tree looks amazing there. The inside, the design, for how much attention to detail we got to that, looks so cool. And the silverwood tree, the one that also makes the conjuring ink, the way they extracted here, the process with everything, meeting the owner, Noah, and bit with his nephew Tarta here. This is where I got the Berserk vibes in a way, kind of meeting, going to the witch's house there in the series. the interactions between Noah and Coco are great. Her having a reputation seems pretty much the entire magic world kind of knows about Coco here. She's kind of like the oblivious kid. She has no idea about this magic going in, and she's discovering, and also thanks to her, through her, we're also discovering the world of magic. But the world of magic knows about her quite a lot, and the owner gives her a vial a bit to test some wands for Coco, but before they could do it, she gets distracted again by the shady witch and she runs instantly. And here is, like I said from previous episode, she definitely reminds me of Gon from Hunter x Hunter. She has that oblivious innocence in a way. She definitely runs straight into danger. She doesn't think of the consequences. It's both a good thing to have that curiosity of learning and absorbing everything, being open-minded, but also it's very, very risk prone, to say the least, and she does it quite well. But this makes such an interesting character with Coco, and this is why I'm saying that kind of technically Agot has a point with this, but we're gonna get into that, because she instantly runs after. She even bumps into Agot while Agot was shopping for shoes, probably to replace the ones that Coco broke here. And they keep running, Tetia and Risha. I'm sorry if I'm butchering Risha's name here. I'm really bad with names, if you guys know. But they catch up to Coco. Agot catches up to her, stops her, but they quickly realize they got transported, teleported, changed, sent, however you wanna call it, to this weird location here. Them realizing somebody used forbidden magic to send them there. They're not in Kansas, I mean Caln anymore. The magic city here. And apparently there's a dragon there, and he looks cool as fuck. And of course the weird shady witch, one from the brimmed hats, says, "Welcome to the world of magic." And he said something even more curious or ominous. You are our hope. Now, I don't know what that means, but they want Coco for something. Even Kifrey didn't realize this. We see it in the episode. He didn't think the brimmed hats were gonna approach Coco. He thought Coco was gonna lead him to them, but kind of reverse a bit here. So I don't know what it means, you are our hope, but they definitely have plans and desires for Coco, which makes it even more interesting, because this means they've been planning this and setting up this for quite a long while, to say the least. Now, what does it mean for Coco? Why she's so important? We don't know yet, but I'm liking the mystery that is being built up here. And we see throughout the episode Kifrey slowly realizing they ran off. He gets worried. Him and the owner there with the nephew looking for her. We're gonna get a bit into that a bit later there. And here is where we have them trying to survive versus this dragon. And I like Agot kind of being the experienced one, taking charge here, telling Coco move slowly, and then when the timing's right, make a run for it from the dragon here. And of course, they get chased by the dragon. She blasted. I like the reverse here. Usually the dragon is the one that blasts fire at the people it's chasing or something like that. When you fight a dragon, you get blasted with fire, but I liked Agot being the one that blasted with fire the dragon here. No, you reverse Uno card there. And also we get a bit of world building and power system building, especially in a tense scene, and I really appreciate that. A lot of attention to detail. Coco being excited, how did you use that? Oh, that was a cool spell here. I really like this side of Coco quite a lot. And we also learn here, apparently Agot used a palm choir, kind of like a quick spell casting device. Here you draw beforehand, then you make the circle, and then you can cast your spells faster. And this makes fighting and the power system more interesting, because you can have faster fights instead of just waiting to draw, or faster access to your own spells here. But from here, I really like the character development that we got for pretty much everybody in the group here in a tense scene, doing multiple things at the same time. I am really starting to get into this series quite a lot. When they reach a dead end, we have a great moment from Tetia. She was scared, and we kind of learn a bit about her dreams, aspirations, what she wants to do with her life. When you're in that life or death moment, you're kind of saying everything about yourself. And she said she's scared to die without leaving a spell in the world, so she's kind of worried about her legacy here in this moment. And the way she said it, her tonality, the way she looked at Coco, she indirectly blamed Coco here, and she kind of realized that to herself and stopped herself from going fully all out into this here. And I really like that character moment, show and tell here quite a lot there. And she feels bad, Coco also feels bad realizing this, she blames herself also. Then Agot steps in to give a pep talk to Tetya bit for them to work together to get out of this situation with magic. And of course this hits Coco quite a lot. She kind of feels like an outsider, not just from Tetya's comments, with everything that has happened. Definitely feels like an outsider being in this environment here. And remember in episode 1 how much you wanted to be in this world of magic, but it's kind of a case, be careful what you wish for or don't meet your heroes in a way. Yes, she got into the world of magic, but there's some really bad things here with this world of magic. Kind of got a bit of a monkey's paw in a way here. It makes for a great story, but also a bit of tragic character for Coco there. But yeah, after this we see her blaming herself, and I liked the others working in the background, Tetya distracting the dragon there. Coco sees a symbol or a spell, probably saw the spell that brought them here or something on a tower there, and she goes instantly to tell the others, especially Agot. She taps her on her shoulders, but thanks to that, she distracts and moves Agot where she was drawing the spell to get through the wall. And she didn't do it intentionally, was for a good reason, I get it, but then Agot snaps at Coco because made her mess her drawing, which I get it, you're technically correct, she messed your drawing, but Agot already had this preconception about Coco. She ignored it, she didn't even listen to her, she snapped at her instantly, and goddamn she went in. I still want to slap Agot. So I don't care what happens, somebody needs to slap Agot. I do hope all of this build up is gonna be worth it, making me like the character, giving her a reason for all of this. But I'm not a fan of bully characters in anime, especially for characters like Coco, which needs to be protected. But I'm open-minded, I hope Agot grows on me, but right now, at the current point where in the story, I really wanna slap her so much. And I do hope they're gonna address the fact what she did to Coco with the trial, because that put her life more in risk, and it's kind of big hypocrisy what she's doing here. Kind of even worse than Coco, because Coco didn't do it intentionally. Meanwhile, she did do it intentionally, put her in that much danger there, let alone the treatment. Hey, you don't like a person, that's fine, I don't care, but putting them in danger like that, can go fuck yourself. I'm gonna be blunt here. But here, when she snaps and actually goes in even about her parents, like everything, it felt like Coco ruined Agot's entire life. Like, why do you hate her so much? You barely know her. But this even wounds Coco a lot more here. But here we have Riche kind of distracting, breaking that moment, that tense moment here. Thanks to her, she did another drawing very easy. Kind of implies a bit that Riche is really fast at drawing the spells, the magic, the sigil here. And again, great character building through the actions of the character, not just telling us directly here. And we see Coco's feeling really down here, barely walking while the others were escaping. She was barely moving, thinking, Kifrey, what should I do? She's lost, doesn't know what to do in this moment here, probably feeling way overwhelmed from every single direction there. And I just want the next episode really fast, because the last few scenes in the episode we have Kifrey looking for them a bit, expanding, talking to the owner there about the brimmed caps. Apparently there are dangerous factions which wear hats from a bygone era, probably when they use magic for war and things like that here. And I really like the way they look, very ominous look with that black and white thing that we had there. But they don't know where to look here, and MVP Giga Chad to the rescue. Brush Body shows up here, and helps Kiefer, telling him kind of like the direction of where the girls went. So he rushes over there and the episode ends, and I'm like, fuck, what is the next episode here? And the vibe, the pacing, the world building, the character development feels fantastic right now. The more I watch the series, the more I get into it here. Even if I dislike Agot, so far she's a great character, don't get me wrong. I like characters like this which are meant to be hated, which they're doing it a great job here, not just annoying characters just for the sake of it. Open-mindedness here. I'm really hoping the payoff is gonna be worth it with Agot, because she definitely has the potential to be a great character. Everybody else is really growing up on me more and more. So yeah, the world was great here. The build-up, Harry Potter vibes, Berserk, everything. The mystery is also getting more build-up here. So I'm excited for next episode. But let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about the series. What do you think about this episode specifically? Please don't go into spoilers if you already read the source material there. But as always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So keep enjoying which hat Atelier. I'm gonna see you again on the next one. Bye bye.